Hey, the Circle of Hope pastors are here. It's exciting to be together. I love these 5 people. I guess I'm one of them, so I love myself too. We have a question that we'd like to try to answer that came from some discussion that we had this week as a church as we were discerning our future. What do you think? Now, we're not experts, but we have opinions. What do you think social media is doing to us? I just want to start by saying I think that it is a net positive, that it has done more good than harm. So I'm just going to throw that in the mix.
Would you say that's for you or for the culture, Johnny?
For humanity.
Well, certainly social media has been a series of platforms for people to connect. And I think the primary benefit has to do with connection. It has to do with meeting new people, getting exposed to new ideas, information sharing, event creating, all that stuff. And that's pretty useful for organizing. And we use it a lot for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw a negative in there. I think that we can get distracted by the noise and forget how to listen to God in our own minds and hearts and lose that crucial discipline of silence. So I know I have to make space to keep that in my life so that I then can engage in a meaningful way on social media.
Yeah, what used to come just naturally as a way of life, these quiet moments that just invited reflection, now get eaten up by this supercomputer in your pocket because you never have to have those moments.
Mm-hmm.
Same with like interactions with people, like you're out in public or you're on the bus or you're waiting somewhere. If you look around, that's generally the default. So I think it eats up that silent space, but it also eats up just opportunity to relate to each other in day-to-day life as we move through, because it becomes like a filler.
I'm interested in this. I was on a plane recently, and eventually I got onto the Wi-Fi of the plane. But for a while there, I didn't have any phone access or Facebook access. And I tried to talk to my compadres next to me to no success. They did not want to talk to me. They weren't interested. I started talking to the flight attendant because it was her job to talk to me. So I do wonder how overwrought or overstated the negative impact on our social life, social media is.
Why? Yes, because that's just the way that people are, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know if we are ever more social or not. I just think maybe I'm just not a great friend to have. So my experience has been painted by this.
I don't know. Maybe they're overwhelmed by all the connection. I think people feel the abundance of noise, and that the irony is that actually keeps us connecting than in real life.
So then how do we engage with it? We're on social media. We have an Instagram, a Twitter, a Facebook. Luke posts all sorts of things. I have a high volume of activity. What are we doing with it?
Your volume is very high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have boundaries, and I try to help people have boundaries, because especially Facebook, it's a corporation that is intentionally developing addictive technology for the purpose of data mining and selling your information to advertisers. So it's not a benevolent force in the world, that particular corporation. And many are like that. So to watch how you interact with it, I don't know how much you want to watch, like what information you get out there. My wife doesn't like to be on social media. So I have to always have this boundary of a relationship with a person who doesn't want me putting her life out there for other people to see, that she didn't get to tell her own story.
My wife and I have been Facebook friends for 10 years as of today. 10 years of Facebook friendship.
Congratulations. Please share the video so I can like it.
No, we can't do that. Only love reacts.
Go ahead, Rachel.
I'm going to go wherever. I want to get to know people. So I'm going to go wherever they are. And I think they're online. So that's why I do it. I want people to know Jesus, and I want to get to know them.
Totally.
Yeah, I also want to be in control. Like I think that Jesus comes with me, but doesn't even have to be like that, like religious about it. Like it's more like I want to be in charge of this medium, because yes, they are trying to control me and use me, and it's all just a capitalist scheme. Sorry for using the C word. Some people like that. But I think that, one of the things that I did when Instagram came out is I decided that I would take pictures of the sky, because I wanted to like remind people of beautiful things. And so I had this like kind of side project that, and it's what I'm known for among my friends. I always put it on Facebook too, and like I'm bringing something of my heart to this. I'm like, I want to share something with you. I'm not just doing this to like be consumed or to consume others. I'm giving something to it, and I that really helps me. Like I have a mission when I'm there. Yes, I want people to know Jesus, but also I want them to look at the sky, and I think that those two things are connected.
Yeah, you're being proactive. You have intention in what you're doing. I think sometimes it's like overwhelming to have to figure out, what is my intention here? Sometimes it's, there's like social justice issues. There's like mobilizing issues. There's like personal. I want my family to see this picture of my kids. There's lots of directions to go, and it does take some discernment to filter through that and to kind of, be a real person on there, not just an agenda.
I'm a pretty high functioning user, so I use it as a tool, and it might use me more than I realize, but I can use it in a variety of ways. Most people aren't like that. My mom certainly isn't like that. So the content that we share in Circle of Hope, I think, is an antidote to all the negativity that's in social media, all the bad things it does to you. The message that we're offering, I hope, is an antidote to it. And the movement that we're creating can even blossom in parts of social media too, not unlike we see movements around us doing the same. So I feel pretty hopeful.
I can get with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's nice. It reminds me of what Julia said the other day about Fred Rogers and how he didn't even watch TV. And then a lot of his work that we're familiar with, because we don't live in Pittsburgh, is because he used a medium. And he's not known as being like a TV dude. He's known as being a kind person, known as being a loving person. And I hope that that's how we express what Johnny's saying too.
Julius Rivera bringing us that Fred Rogers knowledge. Oh, yeah.
And his son, Daniel Tiger. Hi.
Wrap us up, Johnny.
Thanks for doing this. This is super fun. I love, like I said, it's fun to talk to these four people. It's great to connect with you. If you liked it, if you liked this video and you still use social media, share it around. Give it to the people that you think will appreciate it, will find it useful. See you next time.